Eastern Kentucky, where I was raised, where the wildlife and mountains call my name. I was born to hunt, I was born to guide, a camouflage on a rifle by my side. Just good old country boys chasing dreams in the Appalachian Mountains, fields and streams. From those white-tailed bucks, strutting toms, the bugling elks that are on the run. Where those dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. The coyotes run all night. It's music to my ears and in my sights. I've got this hunting fever down in my bones. Glad my daddy taught me everything I know. From those white-tailed bucks, strutting toms, the bugling elks that are on the run. Where dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. From those white-tailed bucks, strutting toms, bugling elks that are on the run. Where dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. The TLC Outfitters is our name.
Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome to TLC Outfitters and On Air and Outdoors. Hope everybody's had a great start to the week. And Matt, I'll tell you what, man, don't look like you got eclipsed too much yesterday.
No, but we could see the eclipse when the clouds would break, but you know, it didn't change the daylight too much.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on where you at, it was pretty cloudy. We got a pretty good break here in Eastern Kentucky, so we had a good day yesterday, and it was real neat to see. I think another 127 years, man, we can have another one.
Well, I was down at one of my customers today, and about 3 hours away, and they said it got dark enough for the street lights to come on and everything, down Owensboro area, Henderson area, and stuff like that. So it was a major difference just a few hours away, evidently.
Yeah, that's awesome. And even more excited than that, it was the Kentucky youth season. We got a lot to cover about that. And the 2024 Struttin Jakes Youth Tournament, man, I tell you what, we had a ball. 37 kids joined up, and 37 kids, I think, had a good time. We're going to be looking at pictures and everything of that. We appreciate all the parents, all the guardians, all the kids, all of our partners, everybody, all the guides, everybody coming out. Just a great weekend for youth hunters and youth season. We got some people joining us tonight. We got Gator Paul down there in Florida. Hope you're doing good, man. And, of course, our number one fan, my mama. And guess what, babe? Guess what she's been making all day?
Today?
Yep.
Probably like a red bud jelly or...
Red bud jelly. Red bud jelly. That's right. So she's been hard at it all day today. Yep.
I'll probably have to steal some of that out of her pantry when I get down there.
Well, she said that you had a jar before I did. She says it was awesome. I think the kids had a great time. I do too, man. We was able to give away 3 firearms to kids and a whole bunch of stuff. It was just a really good day. We got a lot of people joining us. We appreciate everybody checking us out. If you're just joining us, please like and share, get the word out there about all things on air and outdoors. We're going to be continue our turkey talk tonight. as the opener to Kentucky's regular turkey season is this weekend, man, and we are excited. We've been waiting a long time. It's kind of like holiday for us.
Yeah, this is my favorite hunting season coming up. But I don't want to say it's my favorite time of year because I know what comes after this time of year, and that's usually 95, 100 degrees, 90% humidity, mosquitoes, the sunburns, the allergy. Yeah, it's my favorite season, but not my favorite time of year.
Hours on the tractor.
Yeah. That ain't too bad.
That ain't too bad.
That's
Man,
a break from everything else.
That's true. That's true. So if you're just joining us, we've got we just completed our annual Struttin Jakes Youth Tournament for turkey. Of course, this past weekend was youth turkey season, and that didn't disappoint, man. It looked like a load of turkeys is hard. So we're going to be checking out those numbers here pretty soon. We want to go over the turkey tournament. Then we're going to be talking about the upcoming weekend. Paul says, Matt, Florida year round, buddy.
I know, Paul. I know.
I don't see how they do it.
That may be why I don't come down there more often and visit.
Yep. Shoo.
But now y'all's in a pretty good place in Florida. You get much further south than that, and it gets worse quick.
That's right. That's right. And we're going to get right into it right here, man. Big thanks to Matt for letting my 8-year-old brag about his first turkey. We're going to take a look at that right off the bat, man. Right off the bat right here. I believe this is Joel at age 8 with his very first turkey, man. Look at that.
Take that comment down because we can't see the whole turkey.
Let me get that down right there.
There you go.
Look at that, man. Laying the hammer down and early, too. One of the first
it was pretty early. I probably seen them around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock. And they had already packed this thing out of the woods and was looking for a sausage bit. No, I think Joe had some pancakes on his mind. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Joel knows what's good to eat. Some
That's
pancakes.
right. That's right. And I'll tell you, the BP here in town, it's about the best breakfast you can come by. So
I agree with that. If you're not ate there at BP in Waco, you're missing out. But look at that, man. What a happy hunter right there, and a first turkey from a great family, outdoor loving family, man. We're glad to be able to share all the kids tonight. And Joel, we want to say a huge congratulations to you, man. What an awesome job, one of many to come, and some great memories made right there.
When I met these folks there at breakfast on Saturday morning there, I had no idea who they was. I just know they was wearing camouflage, and the man had him a big old beard, and this boy had him some curly hair and looked like he had a smile on his face. So, I just said, "Hey, did you have any luck or whatever?" And we talked a little bit, and come to find out, I've actually heard of the Bicknell bunch, but like I said, at that time I had no idea who this was, and I heard good things about them, that they're in the outdoors quite a bit and things, and so I urge everybody to go check out what they're doing on Facebook too, the Bicknell bunch.
Yeah. Check them out there, the Bicknell Bunch. We are very glad to know these folks, and just the great messages that they're getting out there, and we're very thankful. Jill, your better half, Jill says, great job, nice turkey. Oh, my dear friend up there in northern Kentucky, longtime friend of mine, fellow members of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, says y'all in the making memories business. That's for sure, Dan. That's what it's all about. But I hope you all are doing well. And Mama Shirley says, congratulations, young man. Nice turkey. A nice turkey indeed, man. Way to go. Great job. Great job. I'd say that young man's got an elk in his future. He's going to get after one of them tags.
I told him, I said, as exciting as this morning was, the next one will be better, and the next one will be better, and the next one will be better. And now his daddy did say, the good thing about shooting a Jake is it don't get as heavy when you're carrying it out of the woods. It's a little, you can pack it a little further going up the hill. So
yeah, that's right.
there's pros to everything, pros and cons to everything.
That's right, man. Congratulations, Joe. Way to go, my man. Let's get in here some of these other youth right here. Man, we had we had 37 youth. We had I'm gonna say 6 turkey. I think 6 turkey checked in. Let me see. Talk to us about this right here.
Well, y'all probably recognize that ugly one on the right and that pretty one on the left there. That's my good buddy Whitley Jolene. She was the star of the Turkey Tent Revival video when we took 5 shots to kill that turkey, our first turkey. But this is no longer her first one. And let me tell you, it was a stud. I didn't get the measurements on it. I'm sure her daddy did there, but they called these birds from a long way away. Whitley kind of sick this weekend, so she was brag. I don't know, bragging's probably not the best word for it, but she said, if I'm sick and if I hadn't got up and I hadn't come out here, sometimes you just got to toughen up and get out here and get her done. And but anyway, they called 2 birds in from a long, long way, and that's a good bird. I mean, I would say that bird was pushing 22 pounds, 11-inch beard, and it had some studs spikes on him, buddy.
Man, I didn't get to put that all on here because we got so many pictures to go through, but it had some ginormous hooks. This turkey and the other turkey, I would imagine, is probably 4-year-old bird, and another turkey we're going to cover, young hunter that got one. But now I'm going to tell you something, man. We kind of called it. We said that this would be the return of the 2-year-old. And the majority of the turkey we seen checked in, this weekend were 2-year-olds. And I'm glad to see that. We had a lot of Jakes from last year, 2 years prior to that, 3 years, whatever. We had some tough hunting. The 2-year-olds, what keeps the woods, lit up and keeps everything, fired up and makes you feel real good about yourself. But, it makes you appreciate these older birds a little bit more.
The color on this bird was beautiful. You can kind of tell it's got a bronzy sheen to it there. And, with that cloud dappled sky, blue sky there and that green grass, this really screams spring to you right here.
Yep. That's right.
Colors, the colors in that picture are beautiful.
Yeah. Way to go, Whitley, and way to go, Papa TJ, man. Way to go and continue the tradition.
I'll probably get to eat some of that if she's watching tonight.
Yeah. That's our little wild game shelf right there.
Yeah.
That's
she
really
sure knows how to cook now.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's another one that was brought in. This is Papa Jared and Jace Lynn brought in this turkey. She actually tagged out this weekend. This young lady right here. And let me tell you what this young lady uses. You and I were raised on wing bone calls. Well, they've now turned wing bone calls into wooden variations called trumpet calls. And this young lady right here has one of those high-end trumpet calls, son, and she is slaying the turkey with them. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, way to go, you two. Congratulations. I'll have another one of her turkeys, too. Right here's her second turkey on the second day. So, she killed one Saturday and killed one Sunday. Way to go.
It's almost like cheating, buddy.
I mean,
I hunt about 5 or 6 years before I get to kill 2 birds.
Let's see. Who else did we have? You got to bear with. I got so many videos or so many pictures to go through that I couldn't load them all up. Take a look at this right here. Our buddy Hank Thornsbury bringing in a nice bird. Little Hunter Harless, man. This is Nathan's boy. He killed a stud of a turkey and another. This is our other 4-year-old turkey. This turkey had a set of hooks, and this was a banded bird. Got her done. That's right. Cameron Hamilton says, "Howdy, man. I hope you're doing well, man." Cameron was there. I think he had 4 youth hunters this weekend. Cameron and Tri-State Hunters, they really good on getting the kids out there. Paul says, "You got to get up and go kill them, Matt. You can't sleep in like that all the time, buddy."
I need some of them lazy birds that don't fly down off roofs till about 11 o'clock.
Can't do anything with him, Paul. Our little buddy, Nice Shepherd, getting it done with a really nice turkey this weekend.
Well, that looks like my place over here, don't it?
Yep.
Rocks.
That's one of them old Appalachian mountain birds, buddy. That's an Appalachian. That's not just an Eastern. That's an Appalachian Eastern. Hey, Corey, thanks for joining us, man. Hope you're doing well.
That looks like the hillside up there at your cabin where
Yep.
you and I and your dad used to hunt all the time, Mom.
That's right. And the girls getting it done this weekend, man. Here's our very own Tim Fannin and Brianna Fannin, and she laid the hammer down on a big turkey. This bird right here was probably 3, maybe pushing 4-year-old. Definitely a 3-year-old bird. Nice harvest right there.
So was that 4 turkeys by females for us this week?
Yep, sure was.
Three different females, 4 turkeys.
Yep.
Better watch out, boys.
I'm telling you. Happy hunting, love the cast. Thanks, Corey. We appreciate your support, man. The Bicknell Bunch says it's awesome to see these youths out after. It is, man. I tell you, in the day and age that we live in, seeing all these kids out and enjoying, and not only that, but parents who push, to get their kids out. I mean, let's face it, we live in a day and time, Matt, when you and I are growing up, I mean, ball was still pretty big, but it's nothing like it is today. Seems like it's 12 months out of the year now. So for parents to add another task of taking kids hunting and everything, it can be a pretty daunting task for parents and guardians and everybody to get them out there. But I'm glad that there's still kids out there that's doing it and that wants to go. But I mean, the parents putting everything together. I mean, there's nobody here that puts more effort into youth hunting than you do. And it's not like you or I going out, we can grab and go pretty easy. When you take a youth hunter, they a lot
you
more.
You need a wheelbarrow. That's if you're going to take youth, especially younger youth, less than 10 years old. If you're going to get into taking younger youth out hunting, the first thing you need to invest in is a wheelbarrow, because it seems like that's how much equipment you got to carry. I don't understand how I can go from one mouth call and one shotgun and go hunt. And it seems like when you take a kid, you got bags of snacks and coloring books and iPads and chairs and pillows and blankets. And, And now, now you're trying to video them. So you got tripods and a camera. I mean, the first thing you need to go buy is a good wheelbarrow.
Yep. It's a lot of effort, but it is very rewarding, to say the least.
And, touching base on them sports and stuff, I love sports. I love good quality sports. Grew up playing sports, everything like that. And I like to see kids play sports. What's so tough about sports, being involved in both sports and the outdoors, is you've got softball and baseball season. As a youth, you got softball and baseball season overlapping those early, turkey season, basically turkey season. And then you've got basketball and football overlapping, on your deer seasons and things. And let's face it, I mean, those are the two big seasons that we talk about. And so when you start throwing in practices 3 or 4 days a week and a game or two every week, it's difficult to find the time to get kids out in the woods. And now with travel sports and doing it year round and things, it is really difficult. So, but I'll tell you this, playing a bunch of sports and our son playing sports growing up and things, I think you'll see more joy more often when they're out there in the woods than you will when they're on the baseball diamond or on the football field or on basketball court. Sports have a failure rate as well as a successful rate. But it seems like when you fail in the woods, we'll quote unquote fail in the woods, there's still other things that made that day enjoyable.
Right.
When you're on a sports field or a sports court, it seems like the only thing that makes it enjoyable is the W at the end of the game, making that win. And unfortunately, I don't know. I love sports. I love it all, but I just think you'll find more joy more often in the woods than you will playing sports.
That's right. I agree with that. Hey, Captain Justin Diamond, Florida Bowfishing Adventures, folks. If you're not following Florida Bowfishing Adventures, I'm begging you right now to get on TikTok, to get on Instagram, to get on all the things and give them a follow. And if you're going to be down in Florida anywhere, it is worth traveling to Crystal River, the Inglis area, around that area right there, and get with Captain Justin Diamond and Florida Bowfishing Adventures. But I'm telling you right now, you better call right now because they stay booked. Dolphins, manatees, all kinds of things. Get on there and check it out. Some great stuff. Captain, appreciate you following us, man. Thank you.
Yep. That's an exceptional trip. So if you're going to be in the Central Florida area anyway, it's worth making time and going over there.
Yeah. Mama Fannin, I wanted to pop this back up there so you could see it. I think you may have joined us late, so I wanted you and Papa Fannin to see it right there. Proud of you, girl, right there, as are all of us. Bignell Bunch said, when I come out carrying everything on Saturday, I had a hard time finding my breath.
Sometimes right. I can barely carry myself out.
Yep. Paul says you would not need all of that if you would stay awake and not eat all the time, Matt. God.
Gosh. I mean, he's taking Justin Tinsley's role.
He has, ain't he?
Yeah.
You are very welcome, ma'am. Very welcome. Thank you all for letting her be part of it. Let's see. Yes, who else we got right here? So we went over all the turkeys. That's a good-looking dude and his girl in there in that picture right there. I tell you what, Tim, that's a great-looking youth hunter right there. Proud of that girl. Now, her guide, we don't judge her by her guide. It's like when Matt takes one of them youngins. We judge those kids by their guide. So she's safe there.
Tim, remember, if you can't be handsome, be handy. That's my motto.
That's right. Let's see. Oh, we had a calling competition, and of course it looks like I may have deleted. Let me pull that picture back up here. Oh, I don't know what I've done now. Let's see. Right there he is. So we had a calling competition, man. We had 11 entries in our calling competition. And of course, these calls right here made by the Burley Company. We had Hunter Maines on last week, and they got a custom-made laser engraved call. And Hank Thornsberry there. Not only did he harvest a turkey this weekend, but he won our calling contest right there. Hank Thornsberry. Well, here's another mama. So you know what that means, don't you? I gotta go back here, and I'm gonna find right there. And we already popped this up there, but we're gonna pop it up there again, and right there he is. We already been talking about him.
I think we're going to have to start having youth on here more often. I believe we're getting more viewers.
I like how you think. But now I'm going to tell you what, man. You know what I done? I mean, I always utilize my resources. Those kids was calling, doing all these calls. I picked out 2 or 3 of them that I'm going to have take and call me a bird in this season.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of them, son. He can sweet talk them, that's for sure. Way to go, Hank. Now that brings us into our gun winners. We said we was giving away 3 grocery getters. Justin Tinley said, I'm glad y'all got banker's hours. Hey, Matt.
I don't know about that guy right there.
I'm just going to leave that right there. Thanks for tuning in finally, buddy. You were only 29 minutes late. I know. You probably mounting youth turkeys, right? He's probably mounting youth turkeys. He's got some means covered up down there at Tinsley Custom Wildlife, right? So we gave away 3 grocery getters. We gave away a Savage 320 320 in a 20 gauge. This is our winner right there. We gave away a 410 Tuffy. And then we gave away a 301 Stevens 20 gauge. Now, that young man right there, you seen he had a little bit of a mishap there on his nose. That wasn't a scope eye. He decided killing a turkey wasn't good enough, and he decided that he'd get into a rumble with a dog, and I think he ended up licking the dog, but he did take a little bit of a scrape right there. So this is our little buddy Hunter Harless, and he definitely came out on top and got a gun, got all kinds of stuff, and every kid left with arms full of stuff. But 3 of them got to take guns home, and that's one of them right there. So congratulations to all of our firearm winners and our calling contest winner.
Boy, I'd like to win a gun every now and then.
I don't even want to listen to you. Let me tell you something about this guy right here. So we had some good friends invite us down to, if you keep up with the page, we took a little break from the youth hunt. Got invited down to the Lexington Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation banquet.
And yes, there was a dinner there, and I eat 2 plates full, Justin and Paul.
Paul says his backup got here. Luke. I've messed this all up. I call both them boys Hank. One's Hank and one's Luke. I apologize, Miss Candace. It's been tough keeping up with everybody, so please forgive me for that. Nathan says that little man is tough as woodpecker lips. He sure is. He sure is. Tim says, I'm preparing turkey nuggets right now from Breeze Turkey Youth Season. Sometimes means extra meat in the freezer. That's exactly right. Now, Justin says they probably gave you a gun for being the top eater of the night.
Golly, son.
Wow.
Wow.
But getting back to my story, so we go down there and having a great time, whatever else, and everybody at our table wipes up. I'm talking about a rifle, 2 coolers, and you can imagine the coolers they give away at a Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation banquet, a turkey calling package, a Rocky Mountain hunting call package, some type of other package that had all kinds of stuff in. Everybody's wiping up. Here comes Matt with a pistol, wins a pistol. And you know what Trinity gets? Trinity got 2 coins and an ink pen that I had to pay for the coins.
Them were participation trophies.
Oh, I got participation. That's right. I got you. Yeah. That was a good time, man. We're glad to be able to make down there and support a good cause, and especially to the folks that ask us out, man. That was a treat, and that was an honor to be able to be there. Getting into our first, second, and third place trophy presentations. Third place went to Nash Shepherd. As you can see, they got trophies. They got those custom-made TLC Burley Company friction calls.
Trendy, explain what the scoring system was to get first, second, third.
Yep. So the scoring system went a total combined score with the weight, both spurs, and the beard. And that's how that went. So we combined those together, come up with a cumulative score, and that's how we done. And man, it was tight. It was a tight race. And then not only that, but we also gave away a long beard. We had a long beard competition for that as well. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But Nash Shepherd with third place, Hunter Harless second place. That big Tom, man, big old hook bird, that banded bird that he got, pretty awesome. And of course, Brianna Fannin, man, representing the girls. Big 11-inch beard. Not only that, but she also won the longest beard competition as well. She stuck $50 in her pocket from our buddy Andrew Skeen. So promoting that. Way to go to all the hunters. Everybody in my book that weekend was a hunter. Everybody coming out, being with us, going out and hunting. Good time, good memories, great fellowship, getting out and enjoy. I mean, what turned out to be a great weekend, a weather weekend. It looked really bad, but this right here is what it is for us, man. Just all the kids, and this wasn't all of them. Not all of them got to be with us, but this is what it was for us. And man, just so good to see.
That boy in that bright green shirt there in the back, I think you should have checked his ID before you let him hunt the youth hunt.
Yeah, he. I don't know if 15-year-olds can grow a goatee like that.
Yeah,
or a beard.
Well, he looks a little weathered.
It does, don't it?
You know.
Yep. Congrats. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather go hunting with that. I'd rather them kids right there take me hunting than them fellers right there. Probably come nigher to killing a bird. I've heard them call. So, way to go, everybody. Golly, man. What an awesome day. Let's talk a little bit about this weekend, man. So we got some wet weather coming up. They basically they're giving rain all week up to Saturday. Temperatures have came up quite a bit. Going to be in the 70s about all week, I think, depending on where you're at. What's going to be Matt's tactics for killing turkey besides sleeping in? What's going to be Matt? You could have done that this weekend. I'm telling you right now, you've been better off sleeping in and go out at 11 o'clock this past weekend. But what's going to be your tactics this weekend?
Well, I very rarely am the one shooting. So my weekend's going to depend on this. If Kaysen comes over here and spends the night on Friday night, like he has been, then me, Jill probably ain't going to go hunting Saturday morning. And that may allow me to go.
Yeah.
And if that happens, or if it don't, if he doesn't come and she does go, I think this week's weather is going to help us out because of this. I think it's going to be pretty rainy for the week, and I think it's going to be pretty windy for the week. And I think that's going to affect and kind of throw them out of kilter a little bit on where they roost. Friday's supposed to start clearing up a little bit, and I think that'll give them a 24-hour period there before Saturday for them to kind of get back into their groove, do their normal thing. And then Saturday, with the sun popping out, high pressure system moving in, I think Saturday's going to be a great day.
Yep. Yeah, that's what Tim said. He said he thinks it's going to be a turkey graveyard this weekend. And look here who's tuning in. Our first place winner from the youth turkey weekend right here. Way to go, Brianna. Proud of you. You didn't do it that time. Didn't pop up.
I can't never I think there it is.
There it is. There it is. We've got a cool down on Friday. The temperatures, tomorrow's going to be 71, Thursday 78. Now Friday dips down to 57, but we're going to be at full sun and 70 on Saturday. Going to be kind of cool in the morning. Going to be starting at, I'm talking about here where I'm at in the east. Going to be down around the high 40s. But man, I'm going to tell you something. If you got some days off and you can take them next week, you best be having your vacation in. Here in the east, Saturday 70, Sunday's partly cloudy, 80, 78, 80, 81, and 84. That takes us through Thursday and no rain in sight. Brother, if you're going to be turkey hunting, you better be out this first week.
Well, like I said, I mean, we're going to go through this, kind of a dreary weather pattern here for the next few days. But Friday, it'll start clearing up Friday up here, closer to central Kentucky. And so, I mean, I really got good expectations for Saturday.
Yeah. I do too. All I need's 1 2-year-old. I listen, you guys and gals, I will be there, Justin Tinsley. I will be there. I'm going to go down and I'm going to hunt one of them old field birds. He says that I can't do it. He's already made his prediction. I'm going to go down and show him what the sneak and peeking is.
Well, it's hard to sneak and peeking through a flat river bottom.
Not when you reaping, it ain't. I hope Hunter Maines ain't on here watching. He'd be like, that's cheating. And if you haven't checked out this thing, man, I'm telling you, right here. I mean, 2D I'm excited about this. Global Outdoors hunting decoys. I've showed them and showed them. I mean, there's nothing more without having a whole pack full of decoys. There's nothing more realistic than that right there. I'm gonna give him a try.
The problem is, I mean, you've lost a lot of weight, but you still ain't small enough to fit behind that thing.
Oh, son. Pew pew. We're excited. Y'all need to get on, and there's a host of different decoys you can get on there. It gets them out real quick to you. We're really excited to be teamed up with Global Outdoor Hunting Decoys. I mean, whatever it is you may be looking for waterfowl. I mean, they got a host of different turkey decoys, and I need to share this, but I'm gonna try to show this a little bit with you right here. You can see right there they got four different models right there that you can get. And you need to get on there and order. He gets these out real quick, and they're fairly inexpensive. They're pretty economic to get. And I'll tell you what I like about them, man, as we're talking about decoys. And that brings me to a good topic. We need to talk about decoys here and decoy strategy, because I'll tell you, man, decoys is a big deal. To decoy, to not decoy, what decoys to use, what not to use, when to use what decoys, coming up this first week. But I love the ease of this, because the worst thing in the world is having a pack full of decoys and have to lug them things around. So then you go check out Global Outdoor Hunting Decoys. Pretty excited. So go out with you behind it. Some idiot will shoot you. You definitely got to be careful where you're going to use, where you're going to reap and use decoys in that fashion. That's for sure. So, Matt, I guess the question is decoys going to be in your pack Saturday? If you're hunting by yourself Saturday morning, are you going to have the decoys?
It's really difficult for me not to use a decoy because we got such big fields.
Right.
If I'm hunting the timber down in eastern Kentucky, then I really kind of prefer not to have a decoy. But up here we got cattle pastures, we got a few ag fields, and that is Global Outdoor Hunting Decoys. Global Outdoors.
Not just turkey decoys.
Yeah, they got everything. All the way to Sandhill Crane. So, down here we got a lot of cattle pasture we hunt. We got a lot of river bottoms we hunt, creek bottoms. And so, you pretty much got to use a decoy because them old gobblers can see for so long. If I was in the timber, I'd prefer not to use a decoy. What I would suggest to people is to, do a little bit of scouting this week. See what you seeing on the properties that you're going to be hunting. Let me tell you what I've noticed here. Here we got a 12 to 15 group of hens, about 12 to 15 generally. Over the last week, I've seen onesies and maybe twosies every now and then. It's almost like those birds have already started looking for nest sites. Whether they're laying yet or not, I don't know, but they broke off. They're starting to look for nest sites. With that being said, for me, a 1 or a 2 hen decoy set's what I want. Something that I love about a half to 3/4 strut Jake decoy most of the time. But if you're hunting in an area that had a big Jake hatch and you notice 3 or 4 or 5 Jakes running together, they could be easily whooping up on them big gobblers.
That's right.
And so the last thing you want to take out there is a Jake decoy. So, just kind of look and see what your areas are holding right now, and kind of work your decoy strategy off that. If you've got that group of 5 Jakes that are kind of, could possibly be whipping up on your big birds, you may do better with a full grown tom decoy, than you will with a Jake.
Man, I think we are close. I am seeing same thing, 1 or 2 hens in the pastures. I usually have 3 decoys in my pack. I usually have a strutter of some sort with a fan, and I've got 2 or 3 different types of these new mobile decoys. I mean, I've got them all over the place, from Mojo and all that, Primos, all of it, Shooting Scoot. I got all that. But I usually have 1 of those big strutters, and I have 2 hens. Depending on where I'm at, if I'm in the woods, if I know I'm gonna hunt timber, I'm not taking all that. I might throw a hen in there and a fan. The good thing about these new decoys is that you can take the fan on and off. So I may use the fan alone in the woods. If I'm out in those strip fields, I'm probably going to be using that big decoy. If I'm out in the strip fields, there's definitely 2 hens going up every time. 2 hens, regardless. Now, early season, I don't care to put that strutter up. When I get to late season, I like a submissive gobbler. I don't like a big full strut gobbler. I'd rather have a walking gobbler, or I'm real interested in this little 2D decoy, something small. Funky chicken. I mean, we've even used funky chickens and had a lot of success with them, but something submissive, nothing that's going to be, real aggressive later on. That's what I've had the most success with. But now this coming week right here, those turkeys, I think, are going to be on fire. They're going to be aggressive. About anything you can put up will probably work. As you get on into season, you're going to be a little more selective. What's Jill laughing about?
My co-host right here.
Devil cat.
Yeah, she getting, evidently we're getting past her bedtime because she's yawning there.
Yeah, devil cat right there. Yeah.
Her's old sweet girl.
Nothing sweet about that cat. I can tell you that right now. Yeah. Now, what's your take on the whole reaping deal? We've seen it. The videos are out there. It works. But, man, you got to be careful with it. But, I mean, I love getting your takes on this new modern stuff.
I like, we talk about sneak and peek and Mohican all the time, and I like that, There are, as far as reaping goes, there's plenty of other ways for me to get covered in ticks than to crawl through a field, for 100 yards. That's not something that I'm into necessarily. I don't really have a problem with people doing it. It just, you know me. I can kind of take
I know you.
Pulling the trigger, I can kind of take it or leave it. I like being out there, and I like being successful when I set my mind to it. It's just most of the time anymore, I don't have my mind set to killing something. I got my mind set to be out there and enjoy it.
That's right.
And so crawling 100 yards through a creek bottom, getting covered in seed ticks, that's not for me.
Our very own Nathan.
Get enough walking upright.
Yeah. Our very own Nathan Drell says, how well will a laid down hen work with a Struttin Jake behind her for the weekend? That's a good decoy spread. Here's the problem. If you're hunting an area that's not been cut, a lot of times guys, gals will put those decoys out and they're not visible. It doesn't do you any good if you're putting a decoys out and they can't see them. if you got an area that's been groomed, bush hog, things like that, you can do pretty good with. This right here is proved for a lot of people to be a pretty deadly combination. But you got to make sure when you're looking out and those travel routes of how those birds are going to come in there, it's no different than if you're decoying, ducks or whatever. You got to try to put them where they're most visible. And if you got a laid down hen, which you can take any decoy and just don't put a stake, don't put a full stake in it, put it down on the ground, make it a submissive hen. That's a good decoy spread. But the most important thing is you got to get it seen. You got to get it out there where it can be seen. That's a good question, man. Thanks. My thoughts are on reaping. I got bad knees and not skinny, not doing it. I like to watch the show when they come in.
Well, I like that show too, but I kind of like putting my own sneak attack on, but just not crawling through the fields, not for me.
That's right. Jared Megan Robinson says, how about what chokes and ammo you use? So here we go. I love your opening text to me last year on opening day. On opening day, can you elaborate on what that text was that you sent to me on opening day?
Well, I don't remember exactly, but I can probably paraphrase.
Do you want me to tell the people what kind of turkey hunter you are?
Yeah, go ahead. Because this will probably sum me up 100%.
Right. Hey, buddy, which one of these you think will work the best? I got a mixed bag right here. I got a 3-inch nitro. I've got a 3.5-inch 6-shot. I've got a 3.5-inch 4-shot. I've got one TSS, and I got one Magnum blend. Oh, and I can't forget these Winchester Supremes right here, and maybe even some 2 3/4.
Yeah. Hey, bud, depending on which one you put in your gun, depends on how close you got to get him to you.
I got you. I
mean, if you like shooting them at 60 yards, 70 yards, then you need to put the TSS in there. If you like shooting him at 20 yards, well, you can use an open choke with a 2 3/4-inch shell.
For me, I like having them in at 20 yards, but if he hangs up out there just a little bit, I like to have a little added insurance. So to answer your question,
sometimes I like to fire warning shots at them.
Yeah. So
make sure they know they're in trouble if they come back.
To answer your question, Jared, we've been asked a lot about chokes. I've patterned over the years a lot of chokes, and there's a lot of brands. It's like anything else. There's a lot of brands, a lot of gimmicky stuff. I think what's most important is that you find a choke that's within your price range or what you want to spend on a choke, and you get that choke and you find what shoots the best out of it. Do some product reviews. For me, I don't really pay attention to the whole, is it a jelly head? Is it a Jebs? Is it, this? Is it that? Is it Indian Creek? Whatever. I'll tell you what I shoot out of my stuff. All my stuff's Carlson. That's what my gun dealer and everybody carries down here. I can probably get something else there. They're middle of the road. They're economic. But I look at the tightness of the choke. If we're talking about 12 gauge, which everybody's getting away from 12 gauge, I still shoot 12 gauge. But if we're talking about 12 gauge, an extra full choke is going to be a 0.660, the diameter. For me, I never could get a 660 to pattern very well. So I always like to try to find one, and it's still considered extra full, in a 0.665. Now, we're talking about 5/1000ths of an inch, as you already know. And it makes a huge difference. I know I'm not going to be shooting number 4s out of that. It's too tight for number 4s. And I know what everybody's going to be saying I shoot number 4s and I shoot this. That's whatever works for you. But for me, I never could get number 4s. And we're talking about lead. I never could get number 4s to hang out of that very good. 6s and 5s is what I always worked. And then, of course, I moved from that to Magnum blend. That 6.65 always shot Magnum blend really well. And then, of course, with the TSS deal, I feel like that 660 is still pretty tight to shoot those TSS loads because you got such a huge volume of shot coming out.
Well, they don't compress. They don't
That's right.
compress like that lead either.
That's right. So you're shooting number 9s most of the time, sometimes 10s, depending on which ones you're shooting, 8s. But a 6.65 Carlson is what I shoot out of mine. Out of my 12 gauge, I got a Remington 1187 top with a Vortex Spark solar panel red dot. And then out of my 12 gauge muzzleloader, Thompson Center Tree Hawk, I shoot a 6.65 Carlson out of it as well. So ammo is going to be really depending on what you want. We have this discussion all the time. Some guys, the very bare minimum, I don't really hear anymore about loose lead or copper plated shot anymore. You're talking about two guys right here that are 25-year turkey hunters. So, we're going back to the late 90s, but there wasn't anything such as Magnum blend and TSS shot and all. Paying $15 for one round. We're shooting nitros, we're shooting Winchester Supremes, trying to get them to pattern good, and we killed lots of turkeys with them. But for me now, when I pull that trigger, I want a dead turkey. And if he hangs up there at 50 yards or I can't get him in closer, I want the added insurance of being able to do that. So you have to decide, I think everybody now is going with what is the glued shot now? Everybody's going to, that's the lead. Shoot. Somebody help me out on here. It's still lead shot, but somebody will tell me what it is in a minute. Then the next step up from that's Magnum blend, and then the next step up from that is TSS. So I'm a TSS guy. That's just me. That's what I shoot out of my muzzleloader. And don't let Matt sit there grin like a possum with a persimmon in its mouth, because he's shooting TSS out of his muzzleloader shotgun now too, as he got down in Tennessee and whatever. So he's shooting TSS out of that big 10 gauge muzzleloader as well.
Yeah. So like you said, we've been hunting turkeys 25 years or more, and I've killed a lot of turkeys. And I kind of fancy myself as a pretty decent hunter. But when it comes to all the technology and stuff, I kind of think it's a bunch of hogwash myself. But, for most of it. And for anybody out there in Facebook Live world who doesn't believe that I'll just reach in my pocket and pull out whatever sells in the dresser drawer at the time, we went all the way to Ohio. And I had what did I have? A modified.
Yes.
Yeah, I took a modified choke all the way to out of state Ohio hunt. And guess what? We killed turkey, didn't we, Trendy?
Yeah, we did.
So a lot of that to me is just being out there and enjoying it. And when I was growing up, my dad never
long beard XR. That's the glued shots.
Yeah. But my dad never, we'd never patterned no shot. Of course, we never turkey hunted either. But when I was growing up, I never knew nothing about patterning a shotgun or I knew how to line a scope up or line up my iron sights and stuff like that. But as far as patterning a shotgun, well, I didn't know what that meant when I was growing up. And I just, I don't normally do it now.
Yeah.
It's part of it. You're going to miss some. I missed down in Florida down there. So what, that Trey's referring to, but it's, if you miss, that just means you get to hunt longer.
You're going to miss. I don't care if you are shooting a shotgun, you're going to miss. Jared, I hope that answers your question, man. If it doesn't, shoot us a message. I help you out the best that I can. Tim says, my old Mossberg factory extra full in that 835. Tim, I'm glad you said this, man. When we had the NWTF chapter here, I told all those guys, we had a turkey shoot, told all those guys, I was like, we were going to do it, raise money for the chapter and whatever. I told them, I said, you might as well just donate your money right now because that Mossberg 835, there isn't going to be anything close to it. And I had the first year they come out with the 835, I had one. It was black forearm stock, just bare basic gun. And that gun and shooting regular lead load, 3-inch lead loads. I mean, they brought everything in the world in to try to beat it, and nobody could even touch it at 40 yards. One of the best all-around turkey guns and turkey choke combo that I've ever shot is a Mossberg 835. Nate says, I just ordered a new 675 Indian Creek for my Mossberg 835, hoping tomorrow when testing is good. 675. Now, you see right there, so we've been talking about 660. We're talking about 665, which is my favorite. That Indian Creek with that 675 shooting those TSS loads is going to give you a better pattern out of a 675 than a 665. It's going to allow that there's not going to be so much chaos coming out the end of that barrel. It's not restricted as much. So I'm interested to see how that goes. You let us know how that goes. Once I run out of old Winchester Super X 3.5 number 5s, I might change to TSS. There you go. And some of y'all may say that's being a good turkey hunter. I don't know. I mean, I like having that added insurance.
I'm pretty sure I'm still shooting shells that I had in college.
I guarantee it. I have no doubt in that, my friend. No doubt in that. So, what else you got, man? What a good show. Appreciate the questions from everybody. The most important thing is be out there this weekend. Be out there. You can't kill them on the couch. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. And look, let's say that you're one of those people that work all week and you just dragging and 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3:30 ain't in your future Saturday morning.
3:30? What are you doing?
It depends on where you're traveling to.
Are you driving to Georgia to go hunt? I mean, what are you doing?
How far you got to walk? Yes. There's some. I'll tell you what. Some of y'all that's watching, how early? Drop us a comment right now. What time will you be up and at it on Saturday morning?
Jill, gotta get up at 3:30, Jill, so we can go turkey hunting.
But back to what I was saying. If you're one of those people that, that's just not in future and you do have to sleep in, go when you get up. Go when you can. Middle of the day. We had a lot of turkeys this weekend that were killed middle of the day. The weather wasn't very good and had turkeys killed well afternoon. So Tim says, dang, son, you might as well just stay up. But some of us, Tim, like you and Matt, can't walk out our front door and be in turkey country.
Foolish, Tim. Foolish. I'm foolish.
Matt, Jill says, I promise I won't be at 3:30. You ain't even going to get out of bed, Jill. Tell us what time y'all going to get up.
What time's daylight?
Probably
about 6:20.
6 o'clock.
Sunrise is at 7:02, so that means it'll be breaking at 6:32. 6:30. We'll say 6:30.
Maybe 5:30 if I got to drive somewhere.
Oh Lord, some things don't change in 25 years.
5:30. 5:30.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're winding down here, right?
We're winding down, buddy. Everybody
out there in TV land has been staring at my P. I'm thinking he's meaning PM.
Yeah.
But everybody out there in TV land has been staring at my wrinkled up T-shirt here that Jill told me I needed to iron before I put it on. But So I pulled in the driveway and I got this out of my mailbox today, just now, before the show, and I put it on. So just letting see what we got here. So my right, and I don't think you can see it there, but it says National Trappers Association.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, we always talk about year-round habitat improvement and different stuff, but go out there, join the NTA, and buy you a shirt there. Support them. You know, we start talking about predator control and all that, and we talk a little bit on here about hunting coyotes and a little bit of trapping and this and that, but put your money where your mouth is. Go join an organization that's conserving wildlife and helping you out. So,
yep,
go do it.
I agree.
That's my final thoughts.
Yeah. Paul's going to get up at about 11 o'clock, set for about an hour, kill a turkey at 1 o'clock. That's your kind of hunter right there.
Yep. I like it, Paul.
Yeah. Good deal.
We can eat breakfast all the way till 11.
Then it becomes brunch. Yeah. Folks, that's all we got for you. We appreciate everybody's. Oh, we did not. I didn't check out this. Let me see if I can pull this up real fast. I wanted to check and see if somebody has it. Let us know. I wanted to see how many turkeys was checked in. Wow. So far there have been, for 2024 spring, 2,386 turkeys checked in.
That's a pretty stout number.
That's a pretty stout number, man. Pretty stout number. 99% male, 1% female. Yep. 2,046 adult, 324 sub-adult, 1 archery, and 7 crossbow. So, pretty impressive.
And a lot of 410s.
A lot of 410s. Even if you don't trap, join your state trapper association. Hey, Matt. Now you have my number. Hey, Matt, now you have my number. Remind me about lives. I got 6 kids. Memory shot. Son, that's 6 hunters. That's a lot of freezer fire right there.
Notifications, and you won't miss none of us.
That's right.
Can't you do that, Trendy?
Yeah. Yeah, you can set it to where you be notified when we go live. Yeah.
And if you need somebody to walk you through that, find a 13-year-old or something, because we don't know how to do it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Folks, that's all we got for this week. What a great show. Thank you all very much. Hope everybody has a good rest of your week. Remember, if you want to know the creator, look at the creation, man, in springtime. I mean, the sights, sounds, smells, there's not another feel in the air to springtime. I love it. It's my favorite time of the year. Take somebody hunting this weekend. If you don't want to get out there yourself, try to take somebody hunting this weekend, but get out there and enjoy it. Had a big plate of morel mushrooms today for lunch. Of course, I didn't find them, but I had some folks that shared them with us, and that was lunch for work today. So pretty good stuff. Need to get out there and find them. They're up like crazy right now. So just get on Facebook. Anybody you know that finds them, they're finding them like hotcakes. So
it's gonna be wet and warm this week. It'll sure make them pop up if they ain't already up.
That's right. That's right. So folks, stay tuned all weekend. Send us those harvest pictures. We'll get them on here. And we appreciate y'all tuning in to On Air and Outdoors with TLC Outfitters. We'll see you here next week.
Kentucky, where I was raised, where the wildlife and mountains call my name. I was born to hunt, I was born to guide, a camouflage on a rifle by my side. Just good old country boys chasing dreams in the Appalachian Mountains